people, today we're gonna do another unfiltered opinions on new makeup releases. I didn't do one of these last week because there wasn't that much, and now I wanted to catch up and tell you and talk to you about all the new makeup releases coming out, give you my thoughts. I want to know your thoughts down below on these products as well, and all that good jazz. If we disagree on anything, it's cool. It's just makeup. It's not that serious, and there's just some things I want to talk about and get your thoughts on too. So let's do that. Let's get started. This was a weird intro today, and also I feel like my angle's weird, but I thought the lighting from this angle looked better. Before we get started talking about the makeup releases, let's talk about today's sponsor. I want to thank them so much for working with me again, and it is Dossier. Now, if you've been on my channel for a while, you probably heard me talk about Dossier, and that's because I don't like name brand expensiveness just for the sake of being name brand, okay? I'm not about that wasting money life. So if you go to Sephora, you go to Macy's, you go to Nordstrom, I don't even go to those stores anymore. But if you do, and you see a high-end fragrance that you like the smell of, and it's like $100 to $350 depending on the bottle, you could just like that smell and then head over to Dossier and get that same exact high-end luxury fragrance at a fraction of the cost, starting at only $29. And they also have candles. And also, one other thing I never really mentioned, when I go shopping, when I used to go shopping for fragrances in a store, and I like masculine scents, the employees would always be like, ooh, who you buying this for? Me, myself, and I don't have to worry about the awkwardness when I shop at Dossier. So let's talk about two of their fragrances today. And again, a fraction of the cost, but beautiful minimalistic packaging that you like just as much as that fancy bottle, which is a little logo on it. So the first one to talk about is Ambery Cedarwood. This is inspired by Theory Mugler's Alien. It has top notes of mandarin, cardamom, and orange blossom, middle notes of jasmine, cedarwood, base notes of a flower that I don't know how to pronounce, amber, and vanilla. So again, pretty minimalistic packaging, really cute. And let me tell you what it smells like. Like, other than the notes, let me tell you what I smell. This smells, it smells sweet. Not too musky, but not overly like in your face punching you with sweetness. It smells feminine, but not in a, this is super floral way. I feel like so many like female fragrances are just like flowers in your face or sugary. This has like elegance to it and sweetness, which I definitely smell like orange blossom and stuff in there. It smells very nice. I would definitely consider it more of a, I guess it's kind of a unisex fragrance, but maybe a little more towards feminine if you like the sweetness of it. And let's talk about the other one today. So the other one I wanted to share with you is Musky Adelheids. Not the best at pronouncing things. This is inspired by Badero's Blanche. Has top notes of peonies, pink peppers, lilies, middle notes of rose, violet, jasmine, base notes of musks, and sandalwood. Ooh, okay. Here's the packaging. I'm just gonna spray it on the box again. That was very convenient. Ooh, this one's so light and fragrant. Like, it's light and beautiful and airy. This is like, think of like, oh, you're passing by a beach shop without like the sea salt smell. It's like light and floral and clean and fresh. This one smells absolutely fantastic. Think of like, if you like cottony or linen scents, but you want it a little more lively, this is one that you would definitely enjoy. Both of these scents are so unique, so different, and still affordable, you guys. So if you guys are interested in checking out any of the Dossier fragrances, I will leave my link down below for you. You won't regret it. I mean, honestly, you're saving so much money than like paying a brand for being a fancy brand when you can get the same fragrance at Dossier. So thank you guys so much, and let's get started with the makeup releases. Alright, so we're going to start this video strong with the Jeffree Star release that I didn't know was a thing until one of you guys messaged me, what do I think about it? And then I had to go look it up because I hadn't heard anything about it. But this is the Psychedelic Circus collection from Jeffree Star. I went on his website. Nothing's available yet. It comes out on the 11th. But I was surprised at just how many products there were. It's like a lot of products. So this is the Psychedelic Circus collection. The palette itself is $60. The Star liquid eyeshadows are $20 each. I'm actually wearing one of these Star wedding ones right here under my lash line today, which was not planned. They come in a ton of different colors of these. They also come in matte liquid eyeshadows, which not very fun whatsoever. They have the Magic Star Mushroom Mist, which is just a makeup setting spray. Velour liquid lipsticks, which you know I love, but a lot of these, the colors I would want to wear are metallics. I'm not going to wear metallic liquid lipstick. They're $18 each. I think it's crazy that the eyeshadows are more expensive than the lipsticks, because I feel like you'd probably get more use out of a lipstick than an eyeshadow, or a liquid eyeshadow anyways. They have frozen lip balms, travel bags, hand mirrors, glow hand mirrors, another hand mirror, a bunch of clothing and stuff. So let's just talk about the meat of it, which is the palette. Okay, we're here to talk about the palette. I feel like if you knew I was gonna cover this, I'm gonna cover the palette. I saw this and I thought smushed down version of Jawbreaker. I did. I know. This is why I say you can leave me your comments down below, you guys. Like, what do you think? I'm open to other things, because people are gonna comment this. I'm gonna say it looks like Jawbreaker. They're gonna say not every rainbow palette is Jawbreaker and these shades are different. But first glance, when I see it, I think of the Jawbreaker very colorful, color splatter situation on the cover, which is very much like this, except this one's more movement with water kind of looking. And then the colors remind me of Jawbreaker a lot too, because it has no really rhyme or reason. It is a psychedelic circus, so I know it doesn't have to have a rhyme or reason. But straight offhand, when I see this palette, I'm drawn towards that bright red orange kind of shade called Problem Child. And then I'm also drawn to the yellows. I really love yellow eyeshadow. But a lot of the colors, meh. I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't use two very similar blue shades and just like a random peach shade thrown in here. I can see a couple looks I would make out of this, so I probably will pick this up to review if it drops on Beautylish, because Beautylish has Afterpay, and Jeffree Star's website itself takes too freaking long to ship. So if it comes through a third party, I would buy it through there. But through Jeffree's website, it takes forever and it's just not worth it. But I don't know. I mean, I like the addition of like a silver. I like a silver shimmer. But then I think, what would I put in my crease if I put that silver shimmer on my lid? I don't know what really goes with that. There's no blacks, there's no grays, there's no regular taupey shades for my crease that would go really well with that. I don't know. I don't know. And also, I've barely heard a blip about it, like, at all. I think maybe because Shane Dawson is dropping a new Jeffree video tomorrow, well, tomorrow from the day I'm filming this, that would help promote this maybe a little bit, because people will be talking about Jeffree because of the Shane video, and then it'll sell a little more. I don't think that was planned in any means or anything, but I just feel like I would have heard a little more about it. I think the mushroom hand mirrors are pretty freaking fun. It's pretty fun. It comes in a pink and a blue. And the holographic bags and the accessories and the clothing, like, meh. But the palette, like, I could see potential. I feel like you're trying to break out of your color, like your regular color stories. You'd maybe want to reach for something like this, but I feel like there's a bunch of rainbow palettes on the market already. And I guess other than the trippy looking front cover, it doesn't read Psychedelic Circus to me. I guess if it was like Psychedelic Circus, I would expect bright whites, dark blacks, so much contrast, neon orange with a neon pink. And I feel like we have a bright pink and everything in here and a bright orange. I just feel like maybe the layout doesn't, I don't know, maybe they should have been arranged a little differently for me, I guess. I'm not really sure. But we have a lot of, like, there's a regular peachy shade, there's a regular pinky peachy shade, there's a regular kind of mossy green, a very pastel light pink, and then a bolder pink, and then like 5 different blue shades. Like, I don't know, I just feel like it could have been tapered a little differently for it to be more psychedelic, but then that probably would intimidate a lot of people too. So I'm not sure. Let me know down below if I should review the Jeffree palette. I've reviewed every other one he's ever released, but it is $60, so let me know. Anyways, next up we have a new retro glam palette from Natasha Denona. Natasha Denona is pricey in a way that I will probably just hope that Alter Ego dupes this palette for me, because I can afford that. This is a $69 eyeshadow palette, and it's all very pastel, all very light. And there is a place for that. I'm not gonna say, oh, never. What's the point of a pastel palette? I get it. Okay, I get the pastel appeal. Just is not for me whatsoever. Like, okay, let's break it down a little bit why it's not for me. You have a very pastel, very pale pink. That's not going to show up on every deep skin tone. Even with a white eyeshadow base, I don't know how well that's going to show up. It might just come off chalky. Then we have a slightly deeper version of pink, which I think would work for a lot more skin tones. And then if you want to use those in your crease and you want to put something on your lid, like a nice pretty shimmer, which is everyone's average look, right? It's a dark rose pink. Doesn't really go for me. I feel like maybe if one of the mattes was darker, it would have matched a little more. Oh, you want some creamy taupe shades for your crease? Lovely. Hope you like them very, very similar together and very, very light, because that's what they are. Like, they're very similar. We have 2 pale mint shades with a darker shimmer to go with it. We have a sage green color, which I think would look really, really pretty in the crease. But I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like a lot of the shimmers in this palette are darker than their mattes. And I feel like the matte should always be a little bit deeper than the shimmers, just to make everything pop with like people's everyday kind of looks. So it's just weird to me. Yeah, I'm not, let's see what the comments say. I feel like a makeup enthusiast needs to realize that not every palette will be your style, and that's okay, relax. Yeah, it's not, that's fair. It's giving Lime Crime Venus XL2 palette. I'm not sure what that palette looks like. I will put it right here for you. You can tell me if it looks the same or not. No, I don't know. Not feeling this at all. Sad face. I just don't know why. I just don't know when I would want to use those colors. Very classy palette though. This 100% should have been saved for a spring release. Oh, actually, for like calling this an Easter palette would be pretty cute. I still don't think I'd want to use it just because it's not my cup of tea, and I feel like it'd be a little hard to work with those lighter shades. But it's pretty cute. Oh yeah, some people want to see it on a deeper skin tone. Yeah, and then the $69 price with this kind of color story a lot of people aren't into, so I guess I'm not alone in that. That's pretty good to know. Okay, next up is from the brand Nema, which I believe is Nikki Tutorials' makeup brand. This is available on November 10th if you want to buy it. It is called the Nema The Palette. It's just called The Palette, which makes me feel a little weird because like if Nema's your brand and it's called The Palette, is the rest of your palette releases ever going to be not the palette? Because they're just a palette at that point, right? I don't know. But the color story anyways, I think the packaging of like a thin cardboard looks very thin. I think it'd be cute for traveling with and very lightweight. Packaging looks thin, cardboardy, and nice. I like that. The color story I love. I love the neutrals, a little bit warm, a little bit on the chocolatey end of the mattes look really pretty. I love the orange. I think the 2 shades of blue is very 2019. When everybody did a pop of blue in a neutral palette, I don't really know why we need that. But if you're looking for something a little more fun in that palette, I guess you do have the dark blue option. The orange with the neutrals and everything is just such a good combo. I do feel like 2 shimmers on the top row look very, very similar, but it's pretty. And I think I would enjoy this palette. It doesn't say the price, but it looks really pretty. Give Me Glow has a fantastic formula. Give Me Glow gives me life, okay? Their shimmers, so beautiful. And you get big pan sizes with them too. So this is an after Halloween release. It's gonna be available on Black Friday, but it's Halloween themed, and I'm here for people releasing Halloween things not in Halloween. So this is the Haunted Pumpkin Eyeshadow Palette from Give Me Glow. I love it. I love it so much. First of all, the little jack-o'-lanterns in the pans gives me all the good feelings. I think we know that. I mean, let's walk into my living room and tell you how much I love jack-o'-lanterns. But this is so, so beautiful. So we have some green as well as some blue with some classic orange and burnt orange colors and some browns, which look really pretty. There's like some lighter and deeper shades of the browns in here, kind of a gold shimmer at the end of the palette. It looks so freaking pretty. And also, just like the Nema palette I just mentioned, orange and golds and browns are just like all the good feelings, you guys. So pretty, so, so pretty. I really want to get this. It's $45. It's so beautiful. Like, I don't think I'd use the light blue in there. I probably would use that green. Ooh, greens and oranges and browns. Probably wouldn't use that blue shade, but it is so beautiful that even though I'm trying to save money, that might be worth picking up just because, like, Now this palette I feel like no one else is going to talk about in their like new makeup releases kind of videos because it's not the most interesting thing in the world. However, it is on brand for the brand. So this is the Dominique Cosmetics Essential Palette. Dominique Cosmetics, sometimes they have palettes with color in it, but a lot of the times it's kind of just everyday friendly wearable palettes, and sometimes they might be a little too bleh for my personal taste, but their color schemes are consistent, the branding is consistent, it's very clean packaging, and I haven't heard any bad things. So this is the Essentials palette. It is a 10 mauve multi-use palette that will take you from full face day to night look. You can use for eyes and face. It is cruelty-free and vegan. It is already out. It came out on November 4th. It's so beautiful. Like, it's classy. Like, the Natasha Denona one was trying to be interesting while being scared of deep shades, it kind of feels like. And this one is, like, classy. She looks beautiful. I love the color combo in here. I think the little pop of, like, a really pale purple works in this context. That, I'll circle it. That matte shade looks so pretty. Like, get in my crease. I love that kind of shade. It's what I love about the Lunar Beauty palettes, is those kind of really creamy looking everyday neutrals for your crease. This looks really beautiful. I would probably pick this up if I saw it in person. I'm not sure the price of it. It's probably around 45-ish. It's beautiful. I know I have these shades, so I don't need it though. But, like, it's really pretty. Remember how we were talking about Kylie doing a Batman collection and it didn't make any sense? It made no sense whatsoever. Okay, well, here's another one Kylie did that makes no sense to me, and I don't understand the inspiration whatsoever, because I bet she's never even seen this movie. So this is the Kylie Cosmetics Wizard of Oz collection. Okay, so it has, let me just tell you what's in it, okay? Because, like, why Kylie? It includes a brush set, eye and face pressed powder palette, a matte lip paint set, metallic lipstick, and transformative lip tints in Emerald City. It just turns, it's green to red kind of deal. Okay, so it's available on November 10th. I love Wizard of Oz, personally. It's very campy, it's very cute. But this, same thing with the Batman collab. I would think it was cute if it wasn't Kylie. Like, the Batman palette I thought was kind of poppin', but knowing that it's Kylie, and Kylie's formula has always just been, like, kind of a meh formula. And then, like, I don't think Kylie's ever seen the reference material, so I don't want to support that. This is the problem I have. Okay, so let's talk about, they have green brushes and everything, and, you know, the lip colors are basic pinks and reds. Let's talk about the palette. It's for face and eye. Not really a fan of that concept. I like them separate personally, just for my makeup storage and everything, and I'd like all my pans look pretty in uniform and the same. The color scheme, well, it's the pink and the gold face products. That's a very pink. And if you look at the color story of the movie, even Glinda's dress isn't that pink, I think. It's very pink. I do like the color story of the palettes. I wish the blue was a little more pale, like Dorothy's dress. I feel like if we're gonna do the whole red and green everything, there was a missed opportunity here to put a really bright ruby red in this palette other than just two burgundies, which I see. I like the silver, I like the pastel, like very lilac kind of shade, the kind of greeny gold shade, the actual emerald green shade, that looks really pretty. If we talk about the palette and you cut the two face shades off the bottom, I'd be way more interested. But it has those two bottom shades, and it's Kylie. I don't understand. Like, why? I know Kylie doesn't own all of Kylie Cosmetics anymore, but I'm not going to buy something from Kylie being the promo person for it, Kylie being all the promo pictures usually of all these collections. I'm not going to buy it if it's based off of pop culture that I don't think she has any clue about. I'm not, I'm sorry. That may be judgmental of me, but let's see what the comments say, because what does that mean? Teresa's dead left a little, looks like a face, like a like a straight face. ... I thought this was Makeup Revolution. That would make more sense to me. Makeup Revolution is that you. So disappointing. I was expecting so much more from an iconic movie. What in the Makeup Revolution is this? LMAO, y'all be letting Kylie play in y'all's faces all the time with these releases. The Wizard of Oz has a bunch of color, and she comes with a mostly neutral palette with a pop of blue and green. Not even a yellow for the Yellow Brick Road. Completely true. Ooh, Yellow Brick Road would look so good next to that burgundy in that palette. Okay. Looks cheap. Seems like a very different direction for her brand. Yes, give us nothing. Where's the bright red? Where's the bright yellow for the Yellow Brick Road? Yeah. You know, I lived in North Carolina until I was like, God, I think I was like 23, right? And there was this abandoned Wizard of Oz theme park. And because it was in my state, it was in the mountains, I was on the beach, but because it was in my state, I was like, one of these days I'm gonna go to that abandoned Wizard of Oz theme park, but I never did. But I was fascinated by all the YouTube videos about it. The transformative lip tint is something I've seen from small gloss businesses. They should at least try to make something less obvious of a copy for the same function, the same color of the product. I'm so sorry, but this palette looks so cheap and poor quality. Even the newer Profusion cosmetics have much cuter and better packaging than this. Whoa, hold on, a collection that doesn't have her plastered all over it? Okay, yeah, maybe she was too busy to do that. They literally just dropped that freaking Batman collection, and I thought the palette was cute, but I don't want Kylie plastered all over my Batman stuff, you know? It's not something I'm going to be purchasing at all. Anyways, you guys, I feel like I didn't get to as many things I thought I was going to get to today, but the Jeffree thing and the Kylie thing are the things I want to talk about the most, you know? And if we disagree on those things, again, it's cool. I don't really care. You can buy whatever you want. I can buy whatever I want. It's all good. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Let me know what you're thinking about purchasing down below. If you are purchasing any of it, you can check out Dolce at the top of my description box if you want a fragrance for the fraction of the price of the retail stores. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a lovely day. Okay, bye.